How you doing, guys? I'm gonna give you a quick idea of how I carry my tarp with me. A lot of people roll up their tarps and put them underneath, or put them on top, or fold them and put them inside of their pack. I find that takes up too much room. So what I've done is my Italian rucksack that I use, it's not really big to begin with, but I find the bigger pack I have, the more stuff I put in there that I don't really need. So I tend to actually love this pack and use it because, you know, I only put the essentials in there, and so it keeps the weight down. It's still pretty heavy, but it keeps the weight down. What I've done though is I've actually I've changed up the pack and modified it a little bit. I took off the original straps, just most people do. They're too small, and I put it on an Alice frame. Put the straps on it, put the belt on it, and what this does is it makes the pack more rigid and more usable. And second, it gives me some other options for carrying stuff, and I'll show you that. What I have right here is just, it's actually just, almost think of it as a pad. I think it was a laptop case way back when. Real thin, it's real small, so what I've done is I've strapped that on there, and it's got a zipper on the side. It's actually cushioned a little bit, but that zipper allows me to put some stuff in there. So I've actually got a smaller tarp in there, and I can't remember what else I put in there, but just something small, you know, it's just an extra little space to put something. But what I do, I've got it's a 5x7 tarp. They call it a 8x6, but they consider that before they fold in the seam, so it's really closer to 5x7. Instead of just the regular grommets, I put paracord through there and burnt the ends, so I've got them just the size I need. I could use a paracord for lines, I could use bank line for lines, just whatever I can find. It's easier to hook it to it. So what I do is I fold it up, and I actually just set it right in here. Alright. So I set that in there, put it up onto the straps. Alright, I've actually folded this a little bigger than I typically do, but it'll give you the idea. Then I just have a couple straps, just a couple tension straps that I use to hold it on. So get those on and show you real quick. Alright, so these are basically going to hold it on. Pull that strap to the side. I don't know if you can see it. It's just a little metal strap over here. Pull that to the side so it's not digging into my back. Then I just do the same thing on top, and this holds it in. And the good thing about doing it this way, not only does it keep the tarp, you know, kind of out of the bag, taking up room, it gives you a cushion on these Alice packs. That's the only thing I don't really like about these pack frames, is the fact that there's no cushion for your back, really, nothing to form into your back. This also gives something heavier right up against your back. When you have something farther away from your back, like a lot of backpacks do, it pulls you back, and it gives you back problems, makes your back ache. What this does is it puts one of the heaviest things, my two heavy things on here is my MSS system. It's actually pretty heavy, even though I don't have the grain bag in there. It's still decently heavy. I think it's like, I don't know, maybe 10 pounds, something like that, right around 10 pounds, 7 to 10 pounds, I don't know. And if I don't have that on there, I've got my wool blanket, which is still pretty heavy. You know, I don't take it out in the dead of winter like it is. It's 19 degrees. I've got just a Hudson Bay. It's not going to work in 19 degrees. I've tried. So anyway, what this does is it keeps the heavy tarp right up against your back. It kind of forms to your back, honestly, and gives you that little bit of cushion, and it keeps that weight right where it's supposed to be. So that's how I put it on. I need to shorten these straps a little bit, but it's honestly a great way to carry your tarp. So if you have a pack system like this, think about doing that, because most people, if they do it right, and they have like in the Duluth packs, for instance, it's not a real rigid frame. So what a lot of people do, they'll put their tarp, their oiled tarp, which is, you know, it's a little bit rigid. It's stiff, let's say. So they actually put that in the pack up against their back, and it gives it a little bit of rigidity. So this does the exact same thing without taking up space in my pack. I can keep my pack smaller and, you know, leave it up to the essentials. So hope that's a good little tip. Maybe you'll use it, maybe you won't, but I hope you enjoyed. Take care.